Hello everyone. Today we'll be understanding about the meridians, the number of meridians, their importance and their influence on the human body. So to understand the meridians before, we should understand how are they formed. As we all know, acupuncture is all about piercing needles at the specific points on the body to attain the beneficial effects. The ancient practitioners have ruled out carefully after several observations how these points are connected with each other. So they marked each point that has influence on the same particular internal organ, and they traced down all these points to form channels. That is how they formed 12 paid channels. These channels have interrelations between the points within the same channel. For example, the lung channel, they are interconnected with the points on the of the whole lung channel as well. They are also interconnected with other channels like the large intestine, heart, stomach, small intestine channels. And this interrelationship among the channels and between the channels is known as Jing-Liu connection. We have a total of 12 paid channels, 8 extraordinary channels. Now, why are they called paid? Each channel has a pair connection with the other channel which are closely interrelated, being with the same elements or same openings into the sense organs. That's how the channels are paid. So we have 12 paid channels with different polarities, yin and yang, and then we have 8 extraordinary channels. So out of the 12 paid channels, we have 6 yin and 6 yang channels. Now let's understand the meridians in the body. As we all mentioned, we have 12 paid channels. As you can see here, the first is the lung channel and the energy flow is centrifugal. That means the energy flows from the chest to the hand, and then from the hand to the head goes the large intestine channel. So the lung and the large intestine are one pair. As you can see, we have a centrifugal and centripetal flow, yin and yang energy, and both are in arm. And the next is the stomach, which is again centrifugal and in, and it is present in the leg. And from the spleen, it is centripetal energy, which is yang and is also present in this leg. Now, let's speak about this set. In the lung meridian, the energy flows from the chest to your hand anteriorly. And now, in the large intestine meridian, the points meet at the tips of your nails where the energy flows from the hand to your head, and there it meets with the spleen meridian. Spleen meridian, and the energy flows from the head to the feet. And at the feet, it meets with the stomach meridian where the energy flows back to the chest. So this completes one cycle. In the same way, the next set is the heart and the small intestine meridian where it is centrifugal within polarity and is present in the arm. And the small intestine is again centripetal with yang polarity and present in the arm. The next set is urinary bladder, which is again in centrifugal present in the leg and continued by kidney, which is again a centripetal force, yang and leg. The pericardium, which is a covering around the heart in modern science, but in the Chinese medicine, it has similar properties with the heart meridian, but a slightly different. It also has centrifugal in and is present in the arm, and Sangio, which is a triple energizer, is again a centripetal yang and present in the arm. One interesting point, the Sangio is also known as the triple energizer, is doesn't actually represent any internal organ, but it represents three different cavities present within the body. Gallbladder, which is again centrifugal in yan in and is present in the leg, and finally the liver meridian, which is centripetal force and is present in the leg again. So let's try to understand the flow of energy. As we all can see, there are three yin channels in the arm and three yang channels in the arm. And in the same way, in the leg, we have three yin and three yang channels. Now, how does the energy flow? So, the yin channels in the arm, as we all know, are lung, stomach, and heart. So the energy from these meridians flow from the chest towards the hand anteriorly, where they connect with the three yang channels of the heart. Now, what are the yang channels of the arm? The large intestine, the spleen, and the small intestine. So they connect with these meridians at the fingernails, and the energy flows from the hand and travel upward to the head posteriorly where they meet three yang channels of the foot. I repeat, here we are connecting with yang of the arm to yang of the foot. So from in the yang channels of the foot, the energy flows from the head and descend towards the foot where they meet three in channels of the foot. The in channels of the foot are urinary bladder, stomach, and gallbladder. So the energy in these channels ascend upward from the foot to the chest and connect with the three in channels of the hand, which are lung, heart, and pericardium. So that is how the energy flows throughout and within the body, completing one big cycle. Now let's again memorize the in channels of the arm, yang channels of the arm, in channels of the foot, and yang channels of the foot. So the three in channels of the arm are lung, heart, pericardium. I repeat, they are lung, heart, and pericardium. The yang channels of the arm are large intestine, small intestine, and sangial. I repeat, the yang channels of the arm are large intestine, small intestine, and Sangio, also known as triple energizer. Now, moving on to the foot, the three in channels of the foot are stomach, urinary bladder, gallbladder. I repeat, the three in channels of the foot are stomach, urinary bladder, gallbladder. The three yang channels of the foot are spleen, kidney, liver. I repeat, the three yang channels of the foot are spleen, kidney, and liver. These are very important and we should memorize this chart. So now we understood the flow of the energy in the meridians as a whole. Now let's understand the meridians anatomically. First, let's begin with the arm channels. So the three in channels are present anteriorly and the three yang channels are present posteriorly. In the leg channels, the three in channels flow medially and three yang channels flow anterior, lateral, and posteriorly. So, where does the energy shift happen? It happens from yin to yang at the wrist or the fingertips in the arm channels, and from yang to yin in the foot channels at the ankle. Then we have 8 extraordinary channels. Out of the 8 extraordinary channels, we have 2 important channels which are known as REN or conceptual vessel, which passes in the front and exactly in the middle line. And the second extraordinary channel passes in the back midline and is known as due or the governor channel. These two channels have their specific points and form their own meridians. But the remaining 6 extraordinary channels use points from the paired channels. So they don't have a meridian of their own but share the points with the paired channels. Since Ren and Dew are also important and have their own trade of channels, we consider it to be 14 channels when combined with 12 paired channels. Now, what are Zhang and Fu? The Zhang organs are known as the solid organs and the Fu organs are the hollow organs. So the Zhang organs store energy whereas the Fu organs receive energy. Now, what are the Zhang and Fu organs? Again, the Zhang denotes the yin organs and the Fu denotes yang organs. So, the Zhang consists of 5 and the Fu consists of 6. A question: if there are 12 paired channels, why does Zhang have only 5 organs? As I said, heart and pericardium are considered to be one because they share very similar properties. So, heart and pericardium is considered one Zhang organ. Then comes lung, spleen, liver, kidney. Coming to the Fu, it includes stomach, small intestine, large intestine, gallbladder, urinary bladder, and sangio. The Zhang organs. As I said, the heart and pericardium. It mainly associates with the circulation of the blood, and it also is very crucial for mental activities. Then comes lung. It is important for respiration and it regulates chi and fluids. And it also plays a very crucial role in the amount of blood that is circulated because it regulates the flow of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in the body. Then comes spleen, which helps in digestion, transforms food, and controls muscles. And liver stores blood, regulates ki, and controls tendons. Kidney is the essence, so it helps in growth, reproduction, and bones. The Fu organs. The stomach receives and digests foods. Small intestine separates clear from turbid. That means they separate the nutrients and the waste that's received from the stomach, and the waste is moved to the large intestine. So the large intestine excretes waste, and the gallbladder stores bile. Urinary bladder helps in fluid metabolism, where all the fluid in the body is converted to urine and excreted. Sangio helps regulate body's homeostasis. Now, what are the sense organs that open for the particular organ, the particular meridians? So, the heart opens into tongues, the lung opens into nose, the spleen opens into mouth, the liver opens into eyes, and the kidney into your ears. So these sense organs represent one particular internal organ where the color, texture, or it can be seen and understood the fate of the internal organ. It is basically used as a diagnostic tool to understand the internal body condition. So, the tongue, skin, lips, nails, and ears indicates the organ state. The color of the tongue shows the condition of the heart and the pericardium. Color of the skin shows the essence of the lung. The lips shows the essence of spleen. Nails shows the essence of liver. And your ears shows essence of the kidney. Now let's understand the organ pairs and the element. As we all know, we have 5 elements in this universe, and they are linked to the meridians. The lung and large intestine is linked to the metal element, whereas the spleen and stomach is linked to the earth element. Heart and small intestine represents fire, kidney and bladder represents water, liver and gallbladder represents wood element. And then comes the Zhang Fu functions, where the functions of the paired channels is studied, which will be discussed in the later sessions. Thank you.